here with part 2 of the Hard Times saga, which is Meeting Up the Minds. We're on the first chapter of that, and it's by LizzeXX as always. So I'm going to read the summary first, and then we're just going to get right into the story. And if you want to follow along, chapter links to both archive and fanfiction.net are in the description below for you to pick and choose which one you want to follow along to. There's not really any difference, except archive has like pictures in some of the chapters. So let's just get right on to this with the summary. The timely angel has saved the bad wolf, but the doctor regenerated as a result. The new doctor has expressed a new strength within him to express the feelings stirring in his heart, his love, while Angel finds her abilities growing stronger. How will the Time Lord survive the mating process when Torchwood lurks in the shadows? So, this fanfic is gonna start getting into the romance between the two. So, let's just get right on into this with the Minnesota children need thing. So, let's just go, yeah. Chapter 1, A New Doctor. The doctor grinned at Rose and Angel before dashing to the console and flicking a few switches, checking the monitor. Angel glanced at Rose a moment before cautiously making her way to the console to help him. 6 p.m., he muttered, turning a knob. Tuesday, October 5006, on the way to Barcelona. He straightened up and grinned, very pleased as he looked over Rose by the white beam and Angel at the side of the console. Now then, what do I look like? He gave Rose a second before holding up a hand. No, don't tell me. 2 legs? Angel said softly, and he looked at her, grinning, as she didn't give him any specifics. 2 arms? He beamed and reached out, taking her hand. 2 hands? He laughed, before frowning and twisting his one wrist, feeling it with his other hand, though he still held her hand with the other. Slight weakness in the dorsal tubercle, before letting go as his hands flew to his head, his eyes wide. Hair! I'm not bald! He ran his hands through his hair with glee. Oh, big hair! Feel that! He reached out again and took Angel's hands, putting them in his hair for her to run her fingers through with a little laugh. His hands trailed down to the sides of his head, his thumbs feeling there while his fingertips remained on the back of Angel's hands. Sideburns! I've got sideburns! He was delighted. Really bad skin. It's sideburns, Angel reassured him with a small smile, pulling her hands away. A little bit thinner, he remarked, slapping his stomach. That's weird. Give me time. I'll get used to it. He gasped, shifting, feeling something. I've got a mole, he breathed, sounding for all the world as though he'd just made a remarkable discovery. He looked at Angel. I can feel it. Angel, however, glanced at Rose, who was breathing quite heavily, looking scared at the new doctor before her, though he didn't notice his attention on her. Between my shoulder blades, he reached out and took Angel's hand again, turning and twisting his arms to place her hand where the mole on his back was, though she couldn't feel it through his leather coat. There's a mole. He rotated his shoulder. That's all right. Love the mole. He turned to Rose finally. Go on then. Tell me. He stood straight as Angel walked back to Rose's side, waiting for an assessment from her. What do you think? Who are you? Rose asked him quietly, very shy and scared. The doctor frowned, almost confused as to why she didn't recognize him. I'm the doctor. She shook her head. No, where is he? Where's the doctor? Her voice rose. What have you done to him? He blinked. You saw me. I changed. He jerked a thumb over his shoulder. Right in front of you. I saw him sort of explode, and then you replaced him like a teleport or a transmat or a body swap or something. The doctor could only stare at her, at a loss, before glancing at Angel, who was looking at him as she always had, a warmth in her eyes and a curiosity as to what sort of man this new doctor was. He couldn't help the small shiver that raced down his spine when he saw her beautiful green eyes gazing over him, feeling a heat strike up in his neck, threatening to make its way to his cheeks. Luckily, he was distracted from that when Rose stepped forward and pushed his chest. You're not fooling me. He rocked back on his heels a bit. I've seen all sorts of things. Nalgene, Gelf, her gaze darkened. Slovene. The doctor raised his eyebrows and turned to Angel incredulously. Incredulous. Oh my god, Rose gasped. Are you Slytherin? Oh, Slovene, sorry. I don't know why I said Slytherin. Are you a Slovene? He's not Slovene, Rose, Angel assured her calmly. From what I've seen, they're rather tubby, and he's far too thin to fit one in him. Rose shook her head, starting to shout. Send him back! I'm warning you! Send the doctor right back now! Back right now! Rose, it's me, the doctor said softly, trying not to startle her. He leaned forward, but she stepped back. Honestly, it's me. Rose could only stare at him, breathing heavily. He was dying, Rose, Angel whispered, reminding her as she placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. She always hated when humans got upset. At first, she wasn't sure why Rose was making such a big deal out of the regeneration. It was such a part of Time War culture that she had to remind herself Rose was human. She had no idea what was going on, and the doctor hadn't exactly been able to explain it thoroughly before it had happened. She swallowed hard. She hadn't got to say something very important to him either in all the chaos of the Daleks and taking in the vortex and him regenerating. She hadn't got a chance to tell him that she held him what she realized earlier, that she loved him. Yes, it was still the doctor, just with a new face, new personality, but she wanted to at least tell him before he changed to him. She didn't want him to think she started to love him because he changed before he had. To save our lives, she shook herself from her thoughts. She'd tell him soon, she promised herself that, but right now Rose was terrified and quite possibly in shock. Time has changed our bodies, every single cell, but it's still him. It's still the doctor. He can't be, Rose whispered to her, though her eyes remained on the doctor. Angel looked at him, stepping away from Rose. Show her, she whispered to him as she moved over to the console. He nodded, taking a few steps closer to stare Rose in the eye. Very first word I ever said to you, trapped in that cellar, surrounded by shop window dummies. Oh. He looked away in remembrance a moment. Such a long time ago. I took your hand. He reached out and took her hand. I said one word. Just one word. I said, run. Rose looked at him, her eyes filling with tears, as she whispered, Doctor? He grinned widely. Hello? Rose sighed and pulled away, stumbling back as everything hit her at once. The doctor, however, just ran back to the console, flicking switches as he moved behind it. And we never stopped, did we? All across the universe, running, dancing too. He turned to Angel, grabbing her hand, pulling her close into a little dance with a wide smile before spinning her out in a circle. Oh, and that one time we had to hop? Do you remember? Hopping for our lives? He started to hop up and down madly, taking Angel with him as he had yet to let go of her hands, as Rose just watched them. He glanced at her. Yeah? All that hopping? Remember hopping for your life? Yeah? Hop with the... He slowly stopped, letting go of Angel's hand, seeing Rose still just staring. Rose? No? Can you change back? Rose asked him quietly. He frowned. Do you want me to? Yeah. Oh. He looked down. Can you? Angel reached out and took his hand this time. No, she answered for him. He looked at her with a small smile, squeezing her hand back as he gazed softly at her for support, before turning to Rose. Do you want to leave? Do you want me to leave? She asked, shocked. No, he said quickly, but your choice, if you want to go home. Rose just looked at him, upset, whether from his question or what happened, he didn't know. He nodded and stepped away from Angel, back to the console. Cancel Barcelona. Doctor? Angel began, walking to his side. She was getting a terrible knot in her stomach. Either something was wrong or something bad was going to happen. Or both. He just continued on. Changed to London, the power state. Let's say the 24th December. He glanced at Rose. Consider it a Christmas present. Doctor? Rose edged closer as he flicked the switch. There. He stepped back, his arms tucked under his armpits, almost offensive. Rose glanced at him, then the consoles as the TARDIS shuddered. I'm going home. Up to you, back to your mum. It's all waiting. Fish and chips, sausage and mash, beans on toast. No, Christmas. Turkey. Although, having met your mother, that loaf would be more appropriate. Rose looked down, trying to hide a smile. Was that a smile? No, that was a smile, he said knowingly. No, it wasn't. He smiled. He teased. I didn't. Oh, come on. All I did was change. I didn't. Doctor! Angel played the curtain. Clearly this one was quite the talker as well. He looked at her quickly, seeing the tense look on her face. What is it? He frowned, worried. Something's wrong, she replied, shaking her head, trying to put words to it. Something's going wrong. What? He began, but when he suddenly gagged, the TARDIS shuddering. Angel quickly reached out and grabbed him. What is it? Rose looked between the two, alarmed. The doctor could only gag again, more violently as Angel tried to help him, the poor man retching terribly. Uh-oh, he muttered. Is he all right? Rose asked, edging closer as Angel helped him up. Orange bursts of energy breezed out of his mouth. What's that? What's gone wrong? He moaned. Change is going a bit wrong and all. He choked again, nearly falling to his knees had Angel not caught him, his face contorting in pain. Look, maybe we should go back, Rose tried. Let's go and find Captain Jack. He'd know what to do. Gah! He's busy. The doctor waved her off, jolting a bit at the thought of Jack, the handsome time agent, being back with them, with Angel. He's got plenty to do rebuilding the Earth. Doctor, please, Angel whispered, trying to lead him to the captain's chair. Sit. He seemed about to move when a lever caught his eyes. I haven't used this one in years. He flicked it and the TARDIS shuddered violently, nearly knocking them all off their feet. What are you doing? Rose shouted. Putting on a bit of speed, the doctor called, sounding almost crazed. That's it. He pushed away from Angel and moved around the console, turning knobs as Rose tried to hold on, the box shaking around them. Doctor! Angel yelled, rushing over, trying to stop him. My beautiful ship! He was too fast, running around, flicking every sort of switch and knob and button he could find, just bursting with energy he didn't know what to do with. He needed an outlet. He needed an adventure. Come on, faster! That's a girl! Rose looked terrified as his voice turned almost violent. Faster! Want to break the time limit? Stop it! Rose snapped, angry, scared, as Angel struggled to alter what he'd done. Ah, don't be so dull. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's rip through that vortex. He reached for a button when Angel's hand landed on his, holding it lightly, stopping him. He looked at her, catching her beautiful green eyes, feeling himself calm as he stared into them. The generations go wrong, he breathed, actually starting to sound scared of himself. I can't stop myself. He grimaced in pain. Ahead! Before violently springing up, phrased once more. Faster! Let's open those engines! An alarm started to ring as Rose looked up. What's that? The doctor crouched down beside her, grinning madly. We're going to crash land! He laughed manically as Angel ran around the console, pulling levers and typing commands, seeing him having stopped for now. Well then, do something! Rose shouted. I'm trying! Angel called back, not sure if Rose was yelling at her or the doctor. Too late! The doctor laughed. Out of control! He ran around the console, back to Angel's side, giggling, absently putting an arm around her waist for a moment. Oh, I love it! Hot dog! He hopped up excitedly as she dashed around. You're going to kill us! Rose screamed. Hang on! Angel called, pulling a lever, trying in vain to control the TARDIS. Here we go! Christmas Eve! The doctor cheered as the TARDIS fell out the vortex and over the power state. And that is the end. And of course, since this is a mini-sode, we do have a little picture of 10, like a freshly faced 10 with a bit of Rose on the left and Angel on the right. It looks very pretty, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this chapter of the beginning of, this fanfic. So, we got like a brief hint of what to expect, because it's gonna be like the start of their relationship romantically. if that makes sense. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, go leave a review. We are done here. Or go leave a like, and then go leave a review because we're done, yeah. And comment, kudos, all that. And yeah, before you go, be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every Friday and Saturday. I'll see you guys next Friday with a new video.